So in today's video, I got you guys a 30 bomb on Rebirth Island and my updated controller settings for Warzone. I got you guys with my movement settings, my dead zone settings, my sensitivity settings, basically everything you guys need to be cracked at Warzone, man. Of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. And as always, I want to shout out today's Noti Gang, and I hope you guys enjoy. Farming you. I took the walk to Poland. Oh, what is this lobby? My God, that could have been bad. That could have been so bad. My God. You kids suck. No, my 30. Let's go! So I hope you guys enjoyed those high kill Rebirth Island wins. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into my controller settings. So I do play with a controller on a PC. So if you guys are like me, I'm going to go ahead and give you my display and quality settings really quick, just for any of my PC players watching this video. Obviously, you want full screen display mode. Screen refresh rate is going to be whatever your monitor is. So my monitor is 144. Display resolution, you always want this to be 1920 by 1080. For my custom frame rate limit, I put it at 160 just because that's what feels the smoothest to me. And then for everything else on my display, it's going to be default. Brightness, I do 55.60 just because that's what I went with when I first started playing, and I've never changed it. So next up, we have quality. As I said before, I am on a PC with a controller, so I do have the option to move my FOV up. So we're going to use a max 120 FOV with affected ADS field of view. Definitely make sure you guys turn this on affected. It's going to make your ADS and your FOV the same number, and this is going to help a lot with visual recoil. For camera movement, this is on console and PC. Make sure you guys put this on least 50%. This is going to be how much your camera shakes when you run and slide around in Warzone. So obviously you want this to be least to keep your aim as good as possible. For render resolution and details and texture settings, I just have everything on default. And then down here, you guys are going to want to put on cast spot shadows and sun shadows. This makes your game look a lot better, and it does not affect your FPS at all. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into my audio settings really quick for anybody that does want those. For the audio mix, I use boost low, and the reason for that is because footsteps are a low frequency sound. So when you play on boost low, it makes footsteps just a little bit louder and easier to hear. Master volume, I leave at 40. Music volume, I turn all the way down because I don't want to hear any music in the game. And for everything else, I believe it's just default. Feel free to pause and screenshot anything you guys need. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into my official controller settings for Warzone. But one last thing before we do that, I want to let you guys know, man, I am sponsored by Cinch Gaming. They sent me out this insane custom controller. It has mouse click triggers, mouse click bumpers, mouse click face buttons, back buttons. This is honestly the nicest controller I've ever had, and I do think it made me a lot better at Warzone. So if you guys do want to check out these custom controllers, make sure you go to cinchgaming.com and you can use my code SWAY for 10% off your controller, man. This is a really nice discount for you guys, and like I said, this is one of the nicest controllers I've ever had, and I would definitely recommend it to you guys. So now to go ahead and get into the settings. For my BR button layout, I play tactical flipped, and what that means is I shoot with my bumpers instead of my triggers. And the reason I do that is because this gives you a lot better response time. Trust me, it might be weird at first, but once you get used to it, you guys are going to realize you're getting first shot off on most of your gunfights, and your response time is going to go through the roof, and you're going to feel a lot better. So I highly recommend playing tactical flipped using the buttons and bumpers to shoot instead of the triggers. Now for the rest of my settings, I make my left stick input dead zone 0 because left stick is obviously the movement stick. So you want that to be 0-0 to respond as fast as possible. Right stick, I leave at 0.6 because that's the aim stick. I don't want to have it too sensitive, you know. For left and right max input, I leave these at 0.95. For my horizontal and vertical look, I rock 14-14. That's just what I'm the most comfortable with. I used to play 20-20, but it was just a little too fast and I was missing shots. I put it down to 14-14 and it feels perfect. For my ADS sensitivity multiplier, I rock a 0.68. That's just what I've always ran with and what feels the best to me. Custom sensitivity per zoom, I have this off because I feel like if you have a different sensitivity for every scope, you're not going to be used to any of them, and your aim is just going to be wonky depending on what scope you have. So I just recommend turning this off and having one universal sensitivity for all scopes. Aim response curve type, I have dynamic because that is by far the best aim response curve type to have to give you the best aim assist. Controller vibration, I turn that off. I hate when my controller vibrates. Aim assist, we're going to use standard because that is easily the strongest aim assist in the game right now. And then for scale aim assist with FOV, definitely make sure you have this on. This is going to make you guys feel like you are absolutely beaming. If you have FOV on PC like I do, definitely make sure you turn that on. Now for the next setting for steady aim behavior, make this toggle. So what this does is when you're in a sniper, you know, you have to click the stick down and hold it to steady aim. This makes it to where you just have to tap the stick and it steady aims for you. It's way better for sniping. For use and reload behavior, definitely make this contextual tap so you can just spam the tap button and pick up everything that you're looting really quickly. Next, for the armor plate behavior, definitely make this apply all so you don't have to keep pressing the armor button over and over. Slide behavior, 1000%. You want this to be tap so that you continuously tap the button and you can slide, cancel, and have a lot better movement. By far, make sure you have this on tap. Now for the automatic sprint, make sure you guys have automatic tactical sprint. This is going to make it to where you just push the stick forward and your character starts sprinting. You don't have to click the stick down or anything like that. This is a lot better for movement. And then that, guys, is going to be my full updated controller settings for you guys, man. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. And as always, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.